Hey guys, so this week, just really simple. We're gonna do like a get ready with me bump date. The weeks are just flying by, so I haven't even noticed that my last bump date was like 5 weeks ago. Date now that we've hit viability, things like that, and just kind of talk a little bit about it while I get my makeup on, because normally I like sit down, I actually like look put together, and while Luca's sleeping I do this, but Luca's sleeping right now and I really needed to take a shower today. The hair was ready because it takes time to like do these things and actually like look put together. So my makeup routine is like super simple. I like do nothing. I'm like the more minimal the better, but like subtle accents. I've been putting collagen on my face this pregnancy to kind of help with like the bags under my eyes, because I don't nap as much as I used to with Luca's pregnancy. And I've also, disclaimer, I feel like I should say this before we get too into this video, but I am not a makeup person, and if you watch me do this and you are, I'm sorry, because I don't know how to do like anything really well. So you're probably like at home being like, oh girl, what are you doing to your face? But I don't know. Oh, my eyeballs. I know you guys aren't very interested in the makeup. I just jumped out of the shower, threw my hair up, and I'm just going for it. So more importantly, the bump date, we're just gonna get into it. So this week I am 24 weeks, which is considered viability, which I am so stoked for. Like, if you guys didn't check out my Instagram post, I am absolutely over the moon for it. That just means that if I were to go into labor this second, the baby, they'd actually try to save him. Once you get to 24 weeks, there's a good chance of survival. Not like 100%, like it's not guaranteed, but a good chance of survival that if he came now, like they could NICU time and help him and stuff like that. So we're celebrating it. We're hoping that he stays in there until like full term, but I'm taking it as it comes. Moisturize. This baby, honestly, like at the beginning my face was really breaking out and I was having a lot of acne issues, but now I'm looking great considering that. This week, depending on what app, like what pregnancy app you have, the baby is a different size, which is really scientific. Like, I understand, you know? So like in one of my apps it says that he's as big as a pomegranate, but in a different app it said that he was that size when I was like 17 weeks. So I'm just kind of like, don't know how much I should trust that. But in a couple other apps it's like the size of an ear of corn or the size of a garden eggplant. So I'm kind of like going with that a little bit more, because I'm like, I honestly trust that just a little bit more. But so he is growing and my uterus is actually the size of a soccer ball. This is how big my uterus is right now. So I can totally imagine an ear of corn in this with like amniotic fluids and stuff like that. My body is gaining weight, amniotic fluid, placenta, baby. My boobs are getting bigger, you know, so like I'm gaining weight, which is good, but at the same time it's freaking me out because I don't do well with weight gain. Nothing like super crazy has happened. Since 19 weeks, I've gotten my anatomy ultrasound, which was really awesome, really cool. The technician couldn't, like, he was moving a lot, so she couldn't get an accurate picture of his heart and couldn't really see like all the chambers. So she, instead of being, you know, instead of freaking me out and telling me something, she just said I can't see them all. So we scheduled another anatomy ultrasound to make sure he's healthy and still growing. Everything else looks great. I'm gonna get another anatomy ultrasound next Thursday, so it's Tuesday right now, and I'll be 25 weeks then, so he'll have like 5 weeks to grow, which is a lot of growing doing. The only thing really notable is my hunger levels, I guess. Like, they've gone up a lot in the last couple weeks. Oreos, but I've been really good and I've not like done that. So I've had, you know, some Oreos. Other than that, like the only really big things that I'm craving are sweets, and I know that's that's kind of what happened with Luca, and it's part of the reason that I gained so much weight with Luca, because I honestly did not hold myself back, because I was like, oh, I'm pregnant, it's fine, whatever. But this time around, even though we're in the same boat and I'm pregnant and I understand that, I really don't want to gain all that weight, but I feel like I really suck at it. And I've also been actually exercising at least 5 times a week. So that's kind of crazy for me, because I am not someone to exercise like that. Of course, it's, you know, pregnancy, like prenatal workouts, so it's not like I'm doing HIIT cardio every day. Been enjoying that a lot. And this is the part that I struggle. I'm not putting on eyeliner because I don't feel like it. It is what it is. And I don't want to overwork myself, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm flexible and that I'm strong, and mostly for labor. Like, honestly, I am working out to have a better labor and a better just end pregnant. My emotional state has more or less stayed the same. I am a little bit more quick to jump to emotions, but I think that's normal at this stage in pregnancy. I've been trying really hard to check myself before I emotionally react to anything, though. I've been doing some meditations to help relieve my emotions, and I honestly, like, this time around just have a way different perspective on what's going on with my body, so I can release those emotions healthier. Other Bumpdate related thing, I've been getting more out of breath. Like, rolling around in bed has started to get harder. If I just look down, I cannot see my toes anymore. Like, I have to bend over to see them. This time around, it's like, I'm just going with it, and I'm trusting the process, trusting my body, and not beating myself up over what I can't control. This is how my body reacts to pregnancy. I am not going to feel bad for the things that happen, because everybody is different and everybody reacts differently. They come back from pregnancy differently. I'm 24 weeks and I've gained about 20 pounds already. And at first I was feeling really rotten about myself, because the first 15 weeks I gained maybe 2 to 5 pounds. And like, it just kind of ballooned. And the thing though, like, I look at my body and I can literally see in pictures like how much my body's changed in just like 10 weeks. So I don't feel so bad. I just know that that's how my body reacts. And I know that after this baby is born, as long as I'm doing what I need to keep myself healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, then I can bounce back. And like, honestly, this time is so fleeting. The pregnancy is just 9 months of my life, where my life expectancy, you know, is like years and years and years, and I don't know if I'm gonna, like, what's gonna happen in my life, but I expect to live to a good ripe old age. 9 months out of my life, and then like a year and a half to recover, to get back on track with my body being itself. That's the sacrifice that I'm totally willing to make, and it is a complete worthy thing, and I have come to grips with. I do struggle, like, day to day. I am not perfect at it, but I do understand that there's better things out there in life than to worry about my body and what it looks like. I'm just talking about my image. I'm not talking about like healthy. I want to be healthy always, but there's room for that. I think it's been a good grace period to have this baby at this time, and I'm just really glad that I still have about 15 weeks left. Okay, that's another thing. My pelvic floor, I've been doing Kegels like crazy, and I've been making sure to pay attention to that, but at the same time, oh, if you didn't realize, I'm done. Like, I'm done. So I feel like my pelvic floor, I've been paying it a lot more attention this time around. So I've been doing a lot more Kegels, because I didn't know what that was last pregnancy. So my pelvic floor became very weak. At the end of pregnancy, I started peasing, which is peeing when you sneeze. And that's just a sign that your pelvic floor is very weak. but I just thought it was like kind of a laugh, haha, funny, like I'm pregnant, whatever. I didn't realize that like my body was legitimately struggling, so I let that get out of hand. And this time around, at like 20 weeks, 15 weeks, I started peeing, and I was like, dude, I cannot keep changing my underwear like constantly. So I've been doing a lot of Kegels and a lot of pelvic floor exercises and looking into a therapist right now to help with that, because I am over a weak body, if that makes any sense. Like, I want a strong body. I want something that can sustain my life as well as this baby to help in labor, because now I'm like not quite on the home stretch, but I am getting almost to the 3rd trimester, which is crazy because I like feel like I found out I was pregnant yesterday. Right now, obviously, like just got out of the shower and stuff. I'll do like a quick little belly. So this is my belly right now. I just like lowered it so there's all my stuff, but right now there's my belly. I definitely have like some chub here, but my stretch marks are coming back. He's kicking right now. I can feel that down here. So here he is. It's more like a V shape this time, but it's how my body's going. If anything, like this is more so right now for me to like look back on and be like, okay, I remember this time, this season of my life. But if, you know, to those watching, I hope that you guys got something out of this. You know, probably nothing awesome makeup tip wise, because not great. I hope that you guys understand like how awesome your body is. And right now that's just kind of like my mantra of like what I'm keep telling myself every day to like get through the day, is that like my body is awesome, my body is growing, this is just a season of my life. So I really enjoy this. I'm enjoying you guys being here. Thank you so much for the support, and click the subscribe button below and keep following this pregnancy.